Sorry. What? It's just facts.
Mountain time.
It's free.
It's free. You could have an operation. Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey.
My name is Becky.
And we are the Sorry Girls.
And today we have some more eco-friendly / ways to be more environmentally conscious for you today.
And things that we're no longer buying because you can make them and they can be reusable.
So we have a list. Some of them are DIYs, some of them are hacks, or some of them are even products that you can purchase that hopefully help you not have to keep purchasing things. You know, one-time purchase versus several-time purchase.
Like that single-use plastic crap that we're no longer doing. Yeah, that.
We're doing our best, guys.
So for our first DIY, it revolves around the duster. We all have dust. We all need to get rid of our dust. We totally get that. But what we don't need to use are these disposable duster pads that we need to replace every single time. So we're gonna show you how to take a stained sweater that I may or may not own and turn it into a reusable duster pad that you can wash. So using my stained fleece sweater, I'm cutting 2 layers of a thin rectangle big enough to cover my duster handle. Then I'm adding 2 slightly larger layers and repeating this so that there's 4 layers. And lastly, cutting an even thinner rectangle. In the end, you should have 4 almost square layers, 2 thinner layers, and 2 even smaller layers. Next, we're going to stack them as follows. 2 of the square layers facing with the wrong sides together, with one of the next smallest layers on top, followed by the smallest rectangle. Next, we're going to sew straight up the middle, then fold every layer on the top and bottom over to one side, except for the innermost layers. Then we're going to sew a line up that will create a tube for our duster handle. Repeat this on the other side, and the final step is to cut little strips out of each layer and make sure that you don't go through any of your seams. Your duster is now ready for dusting, and after a quick wash, it can be reused over and over. Sick hack, gonna use that one. And very happy that I can reuse the stained sweater because I was literally like, what do I do? This is stained, even though it's really cute and nice.
You gave it new life.
I did give, it's like reincarnated.
Oh my goodness.
As a duster.
Okay, so next up we have this hack or things you can implement in your life, a product that's gonna help you a lot, and that is the magic that is bamboo. Bamboo is an awesome replacement for plastic because it kind of holds up just as well, but also over time it does decompose, which is amazing because plastic does that. So one thing you can replace with bamboo is your plastic toothbrush. If we're honest and replace our toothbrushes as much as we should hygienically, that's a lot. So what you can do is purchase a bamboo toothbrush, which when you're done with it, it does decompose. So we can link one below for you. Something else that you can bambooify as well is cutlery. Now, I don't expect you to bamboo cutlery your home cutlery because I'm assuming that's some sort of metal. But when you go out to food courts or you get takeout food, they usually give you plastic cutlery, and we're trying to limit the plastic that we use in our lives. So what you can do is purchase a bamboo cutlery set. It comes in an awesome travel case. You can bring it wherever you go. So if you are out to eat and they want to give you plastic cutlery, say no, I got my own.
No.
I'm definitely going to be using that link below. I will buy myself a set. And you also just look more bougie. Plastic is like so not cute. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it's not very cute.
It's not.
I know.
That's just facts.
Facts. So the next DIY is actually a replacement so that you no longer have to buy disposable dryer sheets. My family didn't really even grow up using dryer sheets, so I don't even know. They help get rid of static?
They help get rid of static. They have a good smell to them, so they make your laundry smell fresh and clean. I think they also have a bunch of other benefits.
Softening?
Yep.
So I actually bought dryer balls instead of DIYing them way back when because my sheets weren't drying. And I found that if you put the dryer balls in, the dryer balls help like like really expand the sheets and make sure they don't get all crumpled up. So we're gonna show you how to DIY your own dryer balls. For this DIY, you'll need 100% wool yarn. You can find this at the craft store. Start by wrapping the yarn around 2 fingers 10 times and then slip it off of your fingers and then wrap it the other way 10 times. Continue wrapping until you have a tennis ball sized ball. Once your ball is the right size, take a large headed needle, thread it through the head, and then go in and out of your ball until at one point you'll take the needle out and the thread will be gone because you've used it all up and it disappeared inside the ball. I didn't know this trick and it was like very satisfying. It's like I was doing a magic trick. From there we grabbed an old pair of pantyhose, and I'm sure you guys have so many pantyhose that gets rips in them.
So many.
Also, that's another thing that we need to not have be disposable, because I feel like they rip so easily that you have to dispose of your pantyhose.
Make them stronger.
Make them stronger. I know. If you guys have any recommendations for a strong pantyhose brand, link it below. And a kind that's like kind of sheer, because the really thick ones are always pretty durable, but the sheer ones, not so durable. Anyways, I sidetracked. So you're gonna take an old pair of pantyhose, cut off the bottom foot, and then put your dryer ball in it. Now using an acrylic yarn, not wool yarn, tie your ball securely in the stocking. So we want to make sure that our dryer ball doesn't come unraveled when we put it in the wash, so it actually needs to go through its own wash cycle in this pantyhose. So you're going to put it on hot when you're doing like a load of towels or something, and then you're going to take that dryer ball and put it into the dryer. Same thing, you want it to be pretty hot. Once it's dry, you can take off the stocking and then just run your nail along the edge to make sure that your ball won't come undone. You can repeat this process as necessary or make multiple dryer balls, because you can use like 2 or 3 per load.
That's crazy. Do you know why it doesn't come undone? Is it the pantyhose that like infuses some layer in it?
Yeah, I think so. It's because it wants to unravel, but then the pantyhose is like, no, you're gonna stay in here.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like felting it, because it's pure wool, right? And then you can reuse these all the time, forever. You can also add essential oils onto your dryer balls to make your laundry have a nice little scent to it. Right?
There's this one I have that I use for my personal diffuser, and it's called like Forest or Mountain High, I think. It smells like fresh air. That in laundry would be so good.
Mountain High.
Okay, so next up is another product that's gonna change your life and make you more eco, and that is reusable coffee pads. So you might own a Keurig or some other sort of instant coffee machine, and these are great because they end up saving you money, so you're not going out and buying coffee all the time, but they also pose another problem that the little pods are usually made of some sort of plastic, and they're not usually recyclable or decomposable or any of that good stuff. They're just plastic that's gotta get tossed. So one thing you can do to improve your Keurig experience is to buy a reusable coffee pod. It goes in the Keurig, and then you pour your coffee grains right in there, and it works like a normal coffee machine. You can make 1 cup at a time, but you don't end up with this plastic thing that you've got to throw out every time. All you do is just wash it and then use it again next time. So I'm gonna link one below for you. You've got to get this. It's so good.
We actually got so many hate comments when people saw that we had a Keurig, but don't worry, this was always the plan. We never used the pods.
Yeah, we were like, order the Keurig,
Order the Keurig pod. And I will take this one step further and turn it into a DIY. You can use those grinds that you use from your Keurig pod or any kind of coffee machine, and you can turn that into a super relaxing and good for you exfoliant or facial scrub or body scrub. So to make this, you're going to need some used but still kind of fresh coffee grinds, brown or coconut sugar, melted but not too warm coconut oil, and vanilla. In a bowl, mix 1/4 cup of the coconut oil, 1/2 cup of coffee grinds, and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. From there, I'm going to mix it all together, being sure that the coffee grinds and the brown sugar aren't like dissolving. That's not the point. We need it to still be like rough. Once mixed, we can add in 1 tablespoon of vanilla and continue to mix. I then added my mixture to an airtight container. It definitely was a little too liquidy for my liking, but once we put it in the fridge for a bit, your scrub will be the right consistency. You can keep your scrub for about a month in or out of the fridge. Just make sure you keep an eye on it and that's not getting like smelly or anything, because this is made out of food products. But I've had a DIY scrub gifted to me and I loved it so much, so I'm so glad that I finally have my own to use, and it didn't get bad, and I had it for like months.
And we were saying it costs virtually nothing if you already drink coffee anyways. The other ingredients you need are so inexpensive that you can make this all the time, and it's great gifts.
Just saying, this could be a business opportunity. If you go to your local coffee shop and you ask for their old grinds,
It's free.
it's free. You could have an operation. To use it, you're going to rub the scrub into your skin for a couple of minutes and then wash it off. It can be used on your face, but it's even better on your body. It exfoliates the skin and leaving it hydrated because of the coconut oil.
So next up is kind of a hack or just something to keep in your mind as like something to be more conscious of when you're out shopping. And this is to see if you can avoid plastic at the grocery stores. A lot of us don't even think about this, but it's so obvious once I say it. A lot of the times the grocery store will give you the same item in a wrapped up version and an unwrapped version. For what reason? I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
Like let's say they sell heads of lettuce in a bag, or you can go to the produce aisle and get just like a head of lettuce without the bag. Opt for the plasticless one if you can.
Yeah, I think that shopping at the farmer's market helps with a lot of this if your grocery store doesn't have plasticless options. And then also even just buying like bread. If there's like bread that's in a paper bag versus a plastic bag.
Honestly, that tastes better anyways.
Yeah, true.
The fresh bread, the fresh locally grown vegetables, they're better anyways.
Yeah, glass jar of coconut oil versus plastic jar of coconut oil. These are things we can just keep in mind. Or you can go to the bulk store and not have to get any. You can just reuse your own. Just saying. So jumping back to that whole cleaning thing that we have to do sometimes. If you guys are like us and you have a disposable pad thing that you have to buy for your mop every so often, and you don't really want to buy those anymore because you're saving that money and you're saving the environment, you can actually make one of those disposable mop pads so that it's a reusable mop pad, and you can do it out of stuff that you have laying around your house. For this DIY, you'll need an old towel, which you might have laying around your house. If not, anything terry cloth or absorbent will work. Cut a large H shape out of your fabric, making your horizontal piece wider and the vertical strips thinner. These will wrap around your mop to hold it into place. Sew a hem all the way around to prevent it from fraying. Once your H is completely sewn, take some Velcro and attach it to the vertical strips of your mop pad. Once you're happy with the placement, you can use some stitches to reinforce the Velcro. And to use it, wet the mop head or the floor with the cleaning solution of your choosing. You can make your own cleaning solution like the one we made in our last Eco Hacks video. We will link that below for you. We really love this idea and I can't believe we didn't get to do it sooner. But as with some of these DIYs, you can find buy versions, which we will link below for you if you find yourself not having time to DIY. Love that DIY.
I feel like this is so obvious too. Like imagine if we had disposable like towels every time we took a shower, we were just like, meh. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
So why not we just use other towels for other things and wash them as well in our washing machines?
It's kind of like the paper towels too.
Yeah. Throwback to the last video, which we will link below. We have a whole bunch of other eco things and eco DIYs. But we're not done yet. So something fun you can do is get all your friends together and have everyone bring clothing they're no longer wearing anymore. And then you can sort through everyone's clothes and take new clothes that maybe seem new to you because they're fresh to your eyes. You can think of new outfits to wear them with. And it's even better because it's essentially free clothing.
It's a win-win-win. I did this with my friends and it was helpful.
Especially if your friends are like into the same fashions as you.
Yeah.
They might have really cool stuff, but it's just old to them, you know?
I know, it's like that whole, I have nothing to wear. It's not because you don't have anything to wear, it's because you're just bored. And
yeah.
I know that's not good for the environment for us to be bored of our clothing after we've worn it 10 times, but I also get it. So this is a way to solve that problem a little bit. If you guys have any more eco-friendly DIY tips, hacks, things you want to see or you know of because you're smart and you have these ideas, please let us know in the comments below because I'm sure we'll be doing more of these videos. We have some more ideas too.
And I'd also like to say that we, as long as probably everyone else, is on our journey to being our most eco-friendly selves, but it is a constant journey. So as long as you're staying mindful and just trying to make small changes, it all adds up. We don't expect you to be like the perfect, most waste-free people on the planet because that's really, really hard to do. But we're trying our best. We hope that you try your best, and I think every little change really does help.
Seriously. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you give it a like.
And if you love it, make sure you sub it.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye. Hi guys, just stopping in to give this DIY a shout out. It is a gorgeous candle that someone handmade, and they even threw in their own lavender sprigs like we did in our video. It's amazing. Please send us your DIY creations using Sorry Girls Squad. Thanks. Bye.